do you date a camera? Well, easiest thing is you go onto Google and Wikipedia and see if the camera's listed there and tells you a date, or you look in a book, or they are sometimes visual clues. And with this Minolta, the brown case is a little bit of a giveaway. Brown cases were very popular in the early 60s to mid 60s. By the 70s there was more of a fashion for black cases, so just the case would indicate this camera is probably from the mid 60s. If we open it, we have this rather nice Minolta, which I would say does date from the mid-60s because of its design. It's of a really nice build quality. This camera is really solid, and it's a Uniomat. There we are, by Minolta, with a classic Raco lens, and it, by the name, implies that there's an element of automation here. I think there's a film. No, I have had a film in, and I have round the film. Yep, I've round the film back. So let's start off by, we open the camera by this little lever here, and you can see film in there, over here, and wind. By the mid-60s, there was a real demand for quality cameras, but quality cameras that were easy to use, and more automation to do with light meters and viewfinders were coming in. Now, this is a rangefinder camera, so if I focus on the front, when I look through, I get a double image, and I basically focus that until the image comes together. For the light reading, I don't have anything too complicated to set, but can you see here, here, this green, and there's, if I alter, there is actually floating about a red lever, and basically the idea is that you alter the green to meet the red, and when you've done that, when you've got your green and your red in the middle of the green, it will take. It basically uses almost like program mode. It mechanically selects a shutter speed and an aperture. You set the film speed here. There's a real rate to this camera. It's a feel of quality, and the case is a good quality. I reckon this was quite an expensive camera in its day. I've got an interesting A, B and C on the side, which, I'll be honest, I'm not sure what the A, B and C means. And I've also got a mechanical flash here, and a V for like a self timer. This is a mechanical shutter. It is set by running on the film, and I'm inclined not to test the self timer because in my experience they can often fail, and you can end up failing the whole camera. There is a shoe for flash, but it has to be a wired connection, and that is it. It feels a nice quality. The shutter appeared to be working, but often a camera like this, you really don't know until you've tried it, because there's so many different factors. There could be a light leak through the back, the shutter, especially when it's automatic like this, or semi-automatic. There's a lot of things that in 50 years, or this could be 60 years old, and it's probably never been serviced, but it has been well looked after. There's no fungus. The lens is a 2.8 45mm, so it's a really nice lens. This camera has a lot going for it. I didn't pay a lot for it. I paid about £20 for it, but let's see if it actually worked. The first image was fine. I don't think I was actually aiming to focus on the wall, but the wall is quite interesting on the right hand side here, and the greys are good. Now I like this one of the shadow. this camera is actually working quite well. I was quite surprised with how well the meter was working, because quite often with these sort of semi-compact automatic cameras, it is the meter that fails, and you can't really work it out whether it is working or failing until you've actually taken a whole film. This was a very dull day at Swanage, and actually the image is sharp. This one of the allotments is nice. I was really nicely surprised by this camera. It's got a clear rangefinder. This was taken at Kingston Lacey of an Egyptian tomb. It's a camera with a bit of class. I don't know if I will actually keep the camera, but it definitely produced some fine results and was easy to use and was nice and sharp. So if you see the Minolta one of these, why not give it a go? Thanks for watching, and bye for now.